And here we have, hopefully, the final installment in my Flint bought too many guitars and has to sell some of them, so I'm making videos. Yeah, so that's what this is. This is the last one, perhaps the coolest. Although I want to say that all my guitars are pretty darn cool, but this one is super cool. What you see before you. Oh, can you hear it? Majesty, like in Spinal Tap, the sustain. Ah. So what this is a USA Charvel DK24. So it's an alder body, roasted maple neck, crazy figuring. Let me see if I can get that to really pop. There you go. Whoa, look at that. Get the fire department out here to put this shit out, because that is flamed out. 24 frets, stainless steel, lumen lay, side markers, Spurzle locking tuners, Duncan pickups. It's a full shred, and two Duncan single coils. I think they're SSL ones, but I'm not 100% sure. Goto 510 trem, which is back routed for back pull, which is slick. Titanium saddles. You can see how the coloring is slightly different than the steel here. Volume and tone, and then a super neat feature here on the tone control, where as you twist the tone, I mean, I never use a tone control anyways, but for you guys that do, if you turn it to 10, when you turn it back a little bit, there's like a detent in there, and it locks. So what this tone pot does basically is when you turn it all the way to 10 and it clicks in, it turns the whole thing out of the circuit. So it's as if you have no tone pot, which is super, super slick. You get a little more high end that way. And then you can use it as a tone pot, you know, regularly, or bypass it. Low friction pot on the volume, super smooth, super cool. Truss rod access down here, flywheel, makes changes super easy. And then that's pretty much it. Fender Strat head. Now what is cool about this guitar that you do not see in the other DK24s, which you're probably wondering, hey man, that guitar is fucking a cool color. It's like, what is that? It's like Lambo green, pearl. This, you can't really see in this light. The pearl's not really happening. That's just because it's inside. This thing is like bright green with like a nice pearl undercoat in there. It's super slick looking. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, look at that. Color matched logo. That's awesome. Where did he get this thing? I haven't seen that Charvel anywhere. And you'd be right, because this did not come from Charvel looking like this. This came as one of those, the silver USA DK24s, the ones that are like, you know, $36.99. I got it thinking I might be okay with the silver. They said it was a sparkle silver finish, and when I got it, it was just not sparkly. No metal flake, just, you know, just kind of silver, like Inca silver, maybe a little flashier than Inca silver, but, you know, you don't buy a 24 fret Charvel to have it be Inca silver. That's like a classic color. I wanted like a loud color. So, so I took this to Pat Wilkins, who lives down the way. He does all the finish work for everybody. He does work for Tom Anderson and a bunch of those companies.
Daddy.
As I was saying, my son jumped in the, he had some questions, jumped in the video frame for a minute. I sent the guitar to Pat Wilkins. He does finish work for everybody. Exceptional finish work. A lot of the guys, the smaller brands, send their guitars out to Wilkins for finishing because they don't have their own paint booths. So I sent him the color sample that I wanted, and he had his buddy make a color match logo to the same Pantone as the paint. And we painted the headstock black, and here you have it. So it's basically a, you know, a stock USA DK24 in a cool color. Little throwback to the era of the guitar that this guitar is supposed to be sort of reminiscent of, because those current colors that they offer them in are pretty fucking humdrum and boring, if you ask my opinion. But of course nobody did. But it was my guitar, so I decided to paint it as I saw fit. I mean, look at that flame. Ridiculous. You ever seen a better flame? I doubt it. Look at it. On the tuners and shit. I mean, wow. Dude. Get a load of that in your ear hole. All right, so that's it. I'll do a little playthrough demo later.